you don't bridge so high that you can't still see the tops of your thighs. You should still be able to see up your legs as you're bridging. And we're just gonna get some nice good movement through the pelvis, taking some time perhaps to really focus on our warm-up today and with your back posture. So we're gonna make sure that we're taking a little extra time with these movements as we're warming up. Once we've done our 10 bridges, we'll go to our cat-cow. Now remember, if you're not with me, if you're ahead or behind, you guys that know the warm-up, just take your time and do it at your pace. No need to feel like you have to be right on with me. We'll all end up being together when we stand up. So after we've done our 5 cat-cow here, we'll come to our forearms for our T-spine. T-spine is just a little twist, 8 on each side. And we're just mobilizing the upper back, the thoracic spine. Today's workout, it's a little bit of a hybrid of the Strength 3 workout that we do here when we are in studio at Fitness Evolution on Fridays and Saturdays. We do our Strength 3. So interestingly enough, our strength patterns, Strength 1, 2, and 3, our workouts are just movement patterns, and then they're broken down into exercises. So I took those same movement patterns and adjusted them for home workouts so that they're movements that can be done at home with little equipment. As we come to our bird dogs, hands below knees, hands below shoulders, knees below hips, one arm and one leg. That's what happens when you're trying to talk about too many things at once. So we're just taking that slow and extend, letting no iron in your butt. So we're going to stick with some of the main movement patterns that we do in a Strength 3. They'll look different, obviously, because we don't have the same tools to play with, but we can still get that workout. I will be showing multiple options, levels, and adjustments, and I will also be showing, even for the purpose of the recording, for a few things. If your knees are not good for squats, so if we avoid squats, I'll show some alternate options for the squat movement that we're going to do, as well as the push-up movement that we're going to do in case those are exercises that are not good for your body. I know most of the folks I have on with me today will be okay for some of that stuff. Once we come to standing, we're going to circle the arms back. And if you have a band and you're using the band for the band dislocation, totally cool. That'll work just fine. So we're just going to circle back, open up the arms, do about 10 of those. Awesome. Hopefully the internet cooperates, keeps going in and out around here. And then we're going forward. Big reach up stretch. I think what's nice about these sessions is usually you can always hear. That's important. Sometimes if I lose people's video, I can still hear it, which is good. Although with exercise, you kind of need to be able to see what we're doing. So when we finish our arm circles, we're going to do 5 toe touch squats. Arms go up, we round down, get the toes, you can bend the knees, you can round your back, tuck your butt, but keep your heels down, lift your chest and shoulders, right arm and left arm, reach by the ears, and then we stand up. And you're going to do 5 of those. So going down into that sit down. Does not matter how low. What's most important is that the heels stay down. So as long as the heels stay down, just go as low as you can go comfortably, and then stand up. And then arms are going to be the same thing. However straight and high we can get the arms. Over time, that will get better. Last one here. Up. And then the last exercise in our warm-up is a gate opener. So we're going to bring the knee up and around. And then we switch to the other side. Knee up and around. The goal here is to open up, loosen up the hips. And to get some range of motion through there. So I want to make sure we're still tall, we're still not sinking into one side, we're keeping this very balanced, just a little loop and around. And we've got 10 of those on each side, just like stacking all my layers over there. It's cold in here, you guys. But we're going to get warm really quickly. We have 4 supersets today. A superset is 2 exercises back to back with a very minimal rest in between. And we'll rest at the end before we do it again, and we'll do each superset 3 times. So the first superset, when we do Strength 3 here at the studio, we do a hinge power movement that typically is either a hinge deadlift or we progress that to a kettlebell swing. So we're going to have a few options today. Our first option coming up on your toes and doing a modified jump is not going to work for you. You may stick with a hinge here. You could hold dumbbells. You don't have to. Shoulders down, press the weight back. We're gonna stop here. Drive down with the feet, tuck your hips. That is your option if the next two choices are no good for you. When we go into hinge power, we start generating force at the hips. So our first level would be to come down, reach up, come up on the balls of your feet. Stay there. Try not to go forward like I did. But we're gonna tuck your butt and squeeze your rib cage. Take that to the next level, spring up, land down. So you're gonna jump and land. So you have three choices there. I will time it, pick your level, I'll repeat them as we go. We're going to start with the one you're comfortable with. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, if we're not doing a full jump, we're gonna sit back, reach up, spring up, squeeze your butt, pull your ribs down, come up on the balls of your feet. If you go for the jump, make this one fluid motion, so when you land, you go right back down into that hinge. If you have any ankle issues, feet issues, and we need to stay with the simple hinge, you can do that as well. Just take out the raise. You could hold weights if you like. Everybody, tuck your butt forward, bring your rib cage down. Yeah, you got it. Keep that one fluid motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay, we're gonna go into push-ups. Before I show the push-up options, if push-ups are contraindicated for you, which means that we don't do push-ups because of a shoulder issue, you have a band, you can do a light band pull apart. If you did not have a band, I would recommend doing a press against a wall. So if you're doing a band pull apart, you'll do 12. Push-ups can be either elevated on the surface of something that won't move, a piece of furniture that won't move out of your way. You can also do this on your knees. Make sure your weight is shifted forward. We're going as low as we can, or of course, if you're at regular full push-ups. This is the only exercise I'm not going to time. Do 10 at your pace, and we'll come back together again. Perfect. So if I'm doing my band pull apart, squeezing my shoulder blades, really trying to get that upper back tight. If I'm doing push-ups, elevated, on the floor, on my knees, draw your belly button into your spine. Exhale, push your hand through the floor. So you're trying to push down, and that's driving you up. So we're going to keep squeezing the glutes, your booty, round up and in through the rib cage. You got it. Do your 10, and then you'll come up and grab some water. Very nice. Holly looking great. Awesome, guys. Strong work. Woo. So we'll all meet together standing, and then we'll go back into our hinge. As Holly's finishing up her push-ups, I'll remind anybody on the recording that if you need to, you can stick with a flat back hinge. This flat back hinge is the basis for whether you're doing high on this exercise or not. We start with the hips moving back, the knees bent. We're at flat back. Then, if you're doing the jump, you're going to generate your power and throw your hips forward. And as you do that, at the top, you're going to squeeze your butt and squeeze your ribs. Now, maybe you're raising up on your toes, maybe you're jumping, but that's where we are. Here we go, round 2. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're down and back, up and spring. Maybe we come up on the toes. Maybe we want to take this all the way into the jump. Either way, continue the motion. We never stop the motion. We squeeze the butt, squeeze the ribs, come right back down into that flat back. And just be sure that you're stopping at parallel and not beyond parallel. So chest out, shoulders back, right to parallel. There you go. Nice. Good, Jane. You got it. You guys are good. Get it, Holly. Beautiful. Amber, strong work. So everybody squeeze your butt. That's where it comes from. We're going to lock that booty at the top. 3, 2, finish that last one. Relax. All right. Catch your breath. Nice deep breaths in and out as we finish. Then we're going into push-ups. And then if someone is not to do push-ups, you have your band pull apart. We have 10. And you're going to do this at your pace. My push-up people, Elbows slightly flared. Hands in line with forearms. So we don't want to be like too close in with the hands and then the elbows out. You want to try to line everything up. And exhale as you push the ground away. Draw your belly into your spine. Perfect. You guys are great. Your count of 10. And when you finish 10, you'll grab some water. Just remembering, even if we're on our knees, draw your belly in. Nice flat back. Pressing. If you're not quite to the floor, that's okay too. Pressing up and in. And then water. Nice work, guys. 2 rounds down. 1 round left to go. The hinge power is looking really great. The one thing I want you guys to kind of think about on this last round is if we were deadlifting, we had weights, we'd have our shoulder blades so tight, right? We'd be nice and tight back through here. So when we do that hinge power, it's got to be the same flatness and the same tension through the shoulder blades, and then we're going to spring up and lock all this in. So just be mindful that we're not getting, since the arms are coming down, you want to feel this. Press your chest out and engage that low back. And then we spring, and then at the top, we're tight. So everything goes straight through here, just like we would if we were deadlifting. Last round, 3, 2, 1. We're going back, up and squeeze. If you prefer to stay with a simple practice in hinge, if I had someone this morning who has an ankle injury that she's rehabbing, so we just stayed right here. Don't have to come up into that jump or that raise. But if you are, you're taking your weight up rather than throwing it forward. You're taking it up, and we're springing up. Lock the rib cage. Yeah, when you land, go right straight back into that hinge. So it's a continuous movement. No stopping the motion. Chest out. You got it. You guys are great. Try not to round that back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Couple deep breaths before we go to push-ups or band pull-aparts. Gotta recover our breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Those who are doing push-ups, use that exhale. Exhale, push. And draw your belly up and into your spine. Keep all that nice and tight. So we in front our knees. Same thing there. You got it. Finish up that last set. Nice work. Good. Beautiful. I see great form. Very, very nice. Once you're done there, grab a quick drink of water. We're moving on to our next superset. So, if you have light weights or a band, and this could be a straight band, it could be a mini loop band, or dumbbells that are no heavier than 5 pounds, 3 to 5 pounds. If you have all of those things, then when I show you your options, you can pick whatever one you prefer. But that's our second exercise. Our first exercise is going to be a version of our single leg squat. Before I show you that, I want to quickly show you, for anyone who has issues with this exercise or who is not doing squats and lunges right now, you would be doing a single leg bridge with one leg up, knees together, lifting and lowering in that glute bridge. That's going to be a lot easier on the knees. Everybody else, we're going to go feet together, close. We're going to keep all the weight or most of the weight on our right foot, and this left foot is like just kickstanding, so we have a little bit of weight on it. Reaching forward, leaning forward, we're going to sit down as low as we can comfortably. Now, you might be surprised. Like for me, it's all the way down here, and my knee is totally fine. Don't push it if yours isn't, but find that place that you're comfortable, and then we're just going to work on it. I'd rather have you put more weight on your left foot as we're coming down than put less weight and go higher, if that makes sense. So everybody start with your right foot. Anybody who does single leg bridges, right foot down, left foot up. Ready? Here we go. We're going to sit down and back, reach forward, lean forward. You guys know when we do these at the studio, we either hold the straps or we're sitting to a bench. We do not have those options right now. So If you normally use straps, yours is gonna be higher. If we normally have a bench, we just have to see how we can get down there and push our depth without having a target. The bench is a target. So we're just really driving through the right heel, 15 seconds, finishing this like we would a squat, up at the top, rib cage down, squeeze your butt. You guys look great. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Other side. All we do is switch the feet so that now left foot is down and right foot is a little kickstandy. And if you're glute bridging, you put your left foot down and lift your right. Ready? Here we go. Reach forward, lean forward, sit back. You have to fold in half almost on this exercise the lower you get. Perfect. And of course, we're just looking for a challenge to your left butt cheek and thigh that doesn't affect your left knee in a negative way. If you're feeling okay, knees are all right, try taking it like a centimeter lower. You might be like, oh, wow, okay. If I'm sitting back and down in this angled position, you might be able to get more than you think. But don't push the knee. 10 seconds. Listen to your knees. Almost there. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, next exercise. 3 ways to do this. 2 types of band or light dumbbells. If you're at home watching this later and you have nothing, grab a couple soup cans and pretend they're dumbbells. We're gonna do a rear fly. So we are bent over, chest out, head down. Weights are coming out to the side. We're squeezing the upper back. From the front, looks like that. So my elbows are a little bent. If I'm using a long-handled band, I'm gonna put the band under my feet and take it. This band is really tight, so hopefully your band is better. This would probably be my last choice. If you have a long-handled band, I think I should do it this way. Kind of like a band pull apart, but we'll fly it in. If you have a mini band, same thing, we pull it. And we're flying it out to the side, cool? So pick your tool. Everybody's gonna lean over, get nice and flat. Ready, you go, fly it. So, here, if we're using dumbbells, if you're using dumbbells, you're gonna get wider. If you're using a band, you're not gonna get as far, but you can pull it towards you and bend your elbows. Yeah, everybody press your chest out. Think like, imagine arching your back, even though you're not. Look down at the floor. So we're flying that through the upper back. Yes, elbows stay bent. Perfect. You guys got it. We have about 15 more seconds. So we just wanna make sure we're not going too big. It's not huge. It's just like a little open and close. Weights shouldn't pass your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Set down whatever tool you're using. If you need water, quickly grab it. We're going back to our single leg. Reminder, anyone who does not have knees that like squats, you can always do a glute bridge. If your knees just don't like going deep, just don't go deep. That'll be fine too. Right foot down. Left foot's a little kickstandy. Tuck your ribs, shoulders back. Here we go. We're gonna sit back into that right leg, arms reach forward. Yeah, let your eyes just follow. So your head stay nice and normal. Eyes don't have to look at the ground on this one. They might look out in front of you. We don't want that head going down. And then we're just gonna sit as low as we can go comfortably. Pay attention to your right knee. If it feels real wobbly, try to ground it by pushing through your heel and through the outer edge of your right foot. We don't want that knee having too much instability there. 15 seconds. You could also shorten your squat a little bit if you need to. Less than 10. Good work, guys. Very nice. Finish it like a squat. Come up and tuck your tail. Rib cage down towards your spine. There we go. Nice job. All we're going to do is switch feet. So now left foot has the majority of the weight. The right foot is still a little kickstandy. And we go sit down and back through. You may find, I know I do, my left side, including my left knee, is less tolerant of this exercise. So I don't get as low on my left side. That's very normal. If it feels different, that's okay. Don't try to push it where the other side went. Just go with what you have on this side. Good work, guys. Leaning forward, reaching. Perfect. If you're single leg glute bridging on your back, you're going to keep that small, push through the heel, slowly lower your butt back down. 10 seconds, strong work, you guys. So we're going to sit down, back, reach, forward, sit, press up, tuck it at the top, just like we do in a squat. 3, 2, 1, relax. Find your band or your weights. This position is important. It's unsupported, which does make it more challenging. If it bothers your low back, you could stand up a little straighter. Just make sure we're still here and we're not, what is it that I see people do a lot? It's like here or opening to the back. It's gotta be upper back. All right, grab that tool, whatever you're using, and here we go. We're gonna go fly and release. Press your chest out, stick your butt back. Remember, yes, Jane, there you go. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Holly looked great, very nice. Susie, beautiful. Amber, drop your chin, look at the floor. So on this exercise, I do want you to look at the floor. There you go. And then it's just that little open. You guys can see this doesn't take much weight. So 5 pounds can be a lot on this exercise. Don't need a ton of weight. Out and in. And the band, you're just not gonna get as big with your arms. It's much smaller range, but it's actually gonna be a little tighter, a little more challenging. 10 seconds. Perfect, you guys look so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, awesome. All right, if you need a quick drink of water, grab it. We've got one more round here. Last, single leg. If you're glute bridging, stick with that. Just focus on keeping it small and controlled. Everybody else, we're gonna go right foot is down, left foot's just hanging out. The less weight on the left foot, the harder this is, but it's something we're working towards, so don't feel like you gotta right away barely use your left leg. All right, here we go, we're sitting down and back. Sit down, reach, lean forward, press up, tuck your rib cage, tuck your butt. You got it. So if you're not getting super deep on this, try to slow it down. That will increase the challenge. So there's ways to increase challenge that don't necessarily involve getting deeper or adding more weight. If we just slow the tempo down, you can increase the challenge there without having to deepen the squat. If maybe your knees are not quite there, your hips are tight right now, no worries. You got it. Just know, 10 seconds, where that line is, that you can push a little bit into that area of discomfort without pain, without it being bad discomfort. Everybody finish your last one, and then we'll switch sides. These workouts, I'm talking so much about the importance of being kind to your body right now. So if I encourage you to push a little bit and you're just not there mentally or physically, don't push. That's okay too. Left foot is down flat, right foot is kickstanded. Ready, we go. I do, of course, feel there's a lot of benefit to that little bit of being uncomfortable. Because if we can get comfortable with being uncomfortable, it allows us to tolerate difficulty and challenges better, and we get through them better. So the more you can get yourself into that space of just that little bit of like, oh, this doesn't feel great, this is kind of hard. The more you do that, the better you get at it. And then when life throws you challenges, you are able to handle them better. 10 seconds. You're like, okay, we can do this, we get through it. It's a mental thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. And I've been saying that about exercise for years, how it translates into every other area of your life, makes you stronger, better, more confident, more resilient. And it's still true, so I'm still saying it. All right, we're coming over to that bench over position with that fly. That chest out, butt out is very important here. So like push your butt back like you would in a deadlift, and then press your chest out. All right, here we go, let's fly it out to the side. So if you're using your mini band, pull it towards you. So as you pull it apart, pull it towards you. Yeah, see how pulling it into your chest allows you to get more into your upper back. If you're using dumbbells, just be sure we're not shooting past our shoulders with the weight. Yes, squeeze your upper back, chest out, 20 seconds, you're halfway there. You guys are doing great. Finish it, make sure we don't lose that flat back. As we get tired, we stop thinking about it, we tend to lose it. Beautiful, Jane looks great, Holly, beautiful. Susie, Amber, yep, Lisa looks good. 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax. Grab some water. That was 3. We'll move it on. So this next set of exercises, you'll need your mini band. If you don't have a mini band, I'm going to show you how to do this with a dumbbell. And I'm actually going to adjust the shot a little bit because what I found this morning, when I went to show this exercise back there, everybody came up and looked at the camera like, so I was like, why don't I just adjust the shot so you guys can see me more clearly. So we are going to take, if you have a mini band, take your mini band and put it in, you put your right leg in your band, just your right leg. Like a garter belt, I know, go with it. This one probably like yellow or green if you have the option. Blue might be too tight. Like your medium to lighter band is probably good. And then I will show, I think everyone on the call has a band. So when we get to this hold, if you're at home watching this later and all you have is a dumbbell, you're gonna hold the dumbbell. Cool, so everybody come into half kneel with the band over your right leg. I want your legs in line, so our hips are square. So I don't want this leg way out here. Like this is important. Push the heel down, tuck your toe. Let me get my timer so I have it for when I need it. And then what we're gonna do is pull the band with your right hand. And it's like fairly close to your knee. The left, pull it with your left hand. Pull it with your left hand. Your right hand's gonna cup it. We're gonna roll the shoulders back. We're gonna press it out and hold it. Does anybody think this looks familiar? Looks like our cable hold, right? So I'm gonna start the timer, we'll review that again. So here we go. Right hand pulls it out. Left hand cups. Roll your shoulders back, tuck your tailbone, press your hands out, hold. Straight out in front of you, just hold it. Now, instead of like my knee keeps doing this, ground that knee, pull your hands farther out and farther forward if you want this to be harder, and we're holding it. So Lisa, go the other way so that the band is in front of the leg that's down. There you go. Yep, and we're just holding. This is an anti-rotation hold. Press into your heel. If you're at home with a dumbbell, you're just holding a dumbbell, same position. You got it, we're less than 10 seconds. Pull everything in towards the middle, ribs towards the middle, tailbone, squeeze, hold, breathe, relax. Switch it to your other leg, left leg. So those of you guys who've done this in person, we do this at the cable machine and we hold the cable, don't we? Yes, we do. Now our band is our cable machine. It's just coming from the other side. So it's over my left leg. My right hand will pull it. My left hand will cup it. Shoulders will go down the back. We'll press it out and hold. 3, 2, 1. We go. Pull it out. Cup it. Shoulders. Tuck it. Hold it. All those pieces. And then push into your left heel. Squeeze your right butt cheek. So we create tension through the lower body. Keep tucking the back hip, the hip that's down forward. And then maybe you want to extend your arms a little farther. Maybe. Don't have to. But that's going to make it harder. 15 seconds. You can take it up a little higher too. Oh yeah. All kinds of things working right now. Arms, legs, core, everything. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide that off. I'm going to stay here to show you this next one. We're actually going to be on the floor, on your back. This exercise in its fullest looks like a hollow hold. So I want you to remember that if your hollow hold looks like this exercise is going to look like this. If your hollow hold is a full hollow hold, then you'll be doing straight legs crossing. So basically, we're going to come up into a hollow hold where our back is flat, ribs and hips together, arms are up. Hollow holds can be here, hollow holds can be here. Then we're going to cross the feet. Okay, so go ahead and find, I already ran out of time. Find your position, keep your low back flat, lift your head and neck, lift your legs. Here we go, crisscross the ankles. So, harder, straighter legs for sure. Closer to the ground, harder. If your head and neck get mad, lay down and take your legs higher in the air. Your entire goal right now is to keep your low back flat. So whatever you have to do to keep your low back flat to the ground, you just kind of scissor those legs back and forth. You got it. Don't forget to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax. Woo, quick breather. We're not gonna take much rest. So we're gonna find our band and put it back over our right leg. The screenshots from this recording are gonna be fantastic. They always seem to find the one where I'm like right up in the camera. Like, I don't know why. They always find the worst ones. The bots. So we're in half kneel. We're even with our hips. Gonna dig our right heel in. We're gonna press the left back hip forward. Left hand's gonna be tugging on the band. If you're using a dumbbell, just hold it in front of you. 3, 2, 1. We go. Pull it out. Shoulders back. Tuck it. Press it forward. Hold. Yeah. So right away, I don't know about you, but my knee wants to like go like this. So I'm gonna try to keep my knee stable by pushing into my heel. And then try not to be like kicked up on one side in your hip. We're gonna have our hips level. The farther we reach this band, the harder this is going to be. But you're feeling it here, I hope. Your arms, yes. If your arms are killing you, just lower the band and pull it more to the side. 10 seconds. It's an arm exercise, but it's primarily for your core. So I don't want the arms to be the defeating factor. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Set it down. Switch legs. Whew. I tried to do this morning without the mat to kneel on. It was bad. It hurt. So what are we doing? We're going right knee down, left leg band over the knee. Shoulders back. Dig in through your feet. So remember my hips, I'm just turned. I'm still straight, but I'm just not straight on for you guys. Press down into your feet. Grab it with your right hand. Pull it out. Cup it, tuck it, press it. Hold. So good. So our mission here, Holly, bring your knees straight on. Yeah. So our mission here is to tuck it all in. So we're pulling in with the heel. We're tucking with the back hip forward. We're holding the arms out, pulling our shoulders down. Oh my gosh, is there literally, Amber, a cat sitting on your mat? That's amazing. 15 seconds. That's what my dog always does when he comes here. Lays right in the middle of my mat, like, you little jerk. Star of the show. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. We're going to be back on our back in those scissors. These are really not scissors, they're crisscross, but the goal is to keep the low back flat. So whether that's got to be down low, whether it's higher, whether it's bent knees, you're just crisscrossing your ankles. It's just adding a layer of challenge to that hollow hold position. Make sure your low back is flat. We're going to lift the legs, then the upper body, then we crisscross. Once you're here, if you want to play with extending farther out, you can. But we're laid back pretty far so that the low back is totally flat on the ground. If your head and neck get icky, just drop them and keep your legs higher. You got it with 10 seconds here. Breathe. Yeah, we don't want to get the head and neck too keyed up. So if it's bothering your head and neck, just lower it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice work. One more set of each. Find your band. People often ask that, why if I'm doing, now we don't do crunches and sit-ups, you guys know that, but years ago I used to. People would ask, well, it hurts my neck. And that's because those muscles are super tight, band over the right leg. So if you're in a lifted position, they're gonna kick on really fast because they're already tight from like all of this stuff we do all day. So if it bothers your head and neck, know that over time that will get better, but it's really not worth pushing. We're after core work, so you can always set your head down. Dig into that right heel, tuck your left hip under. Left hand's gonna grab the band. Ready, pull it out, shoulders back, cover it with your other hand. Watch what's happening in this knee. We're gonna ground that leg in by digging in the heel. We're just kind of pulling this up and away. Yeah. And then we want to tuck that back hip forward. So our tailbone is tucked. Rib cage comes down. I actually just caught myself in the mirror kind of splayed out. You might not have a mirror, but check in. Can I pull in and down a little bit through my rib cage? So as the band and the hands are going out, everything else is trying to pull in, including your feet. Squeeze the floor with your feet. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Switch knees. Woo. Oh yeah. So it's gone over that left side. Whew. Shoulders back. We're gonna tuck all that in. So right away, like checking on your feet. Am I even with my hips? Pretty square. All right, right hand pulls. Here we go. Pull it out, tuck it in, shoulders back and down. Press that band out and away. Pull the rib cage in towards your spine. So we want to kind of get that tight little almost rounding in the middle, but not with the shoulders. The shoulders have to stay back. You guys are doing awesome. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, exhale. The slower and more control we make our breathing here, the more we tell our body, like, this is fine. I can handle this, even if it burns. Let it burn a little bit. It's our last one. 10 seconds. So close. Stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Awesome job. We're done with the band. You can check it away. Last set of scissors on your back. So we are going to come into that lay back hollow hold position. So in a hollow hold, we're low, fairly flat. The head and neck can rest if needed. I need my other side. All right, 4, 3, 2, we go. Crossing. So arms, I like the arms reaching out. I think it helps with the lift of the head, neck, and chest. We're trying to pull our ribs and our hips together. So remember, that's what's most important here, not whether your head is up, not whether your knees are straight or not, it's whether or not your low back can stay flat to the ground. So if you rest down, your legs might have to come up a little higher. 10 seconds, stay with it, you guys are doing great. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and grab a drink of water. I'm gonna adjust the shot back to the other shot now so that we can finish this out. Because our last exercise, one is standing, the other one could be standing. We'll have some choices. We're gonna have some choices. So, little drink of water. We have last superset. Yeah. So last superset, I really like to finish with a burst of cardio and then something that's stability related. So like core balance, something to that effect. The cardio movement is very easy to modify. So it's a jog and a punch. If we're doing high impact full out, we're just jogging and punching. Low impact would be jogging and marching. And that of course could be lighter marching for less impact. Anybody can do that. Everybody can do that. So we're going to do that one first. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. We go jog and punch, or we're marching and punching. The march and punch is for those of you who need to avoid high impact for your joints. If we're jogging, then we're going knees up, punch down. Don't forget what's happening in your core. This is all about core. So while our arms and legs are moving, we're still keeping plank. 10 seconds. Through the middle. So I don't want a lot of movement in your hips and your torso. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to show you 3 options for this next exercise. Starting with hardest to, I don't want to say easiest, but least challenging on your wrist. So hardest would be all the way in our full, it's like a mountain climber, but you're going to tap your toe. So you're just going to bend your knee and tap your toe. Alternating feet, this is super slow. It's basically a plank. You could take that to elevation to make it less challenging on your core. If you have wrist issues, then you're going to go here. Standing, knee, in and out. Cool? All right. Pick your level on the ground, on an elevation, or standing, totally fine. 3, 2, 1, you go. So if I'm standing, I'm bringing my knee up towards my elbow. I'm trying to find balance. If I'm elevated, I'm still in my plank. I'm just not all the way down to the ground. Tapping one toe, tapping the other toe. If you're on the ground, same thing. Keep the plank. Be sure that your back stays so flat. These are slow and controlled. Even standing, I'm gonna go slow, squeeze, slow, squeeze. So I'm keeping balance and core stability. That knee's coming straight up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Come on back. 2 more rounds and then we're done. I know we're like getting close to quarter till. This literally is 2 minutes. So if you have 2 minutes to finish the workout part, we'll be done, and then we'll stretch for anyone who doesn't have to run and go back to work because it is noon when we're live. Giant punch, ready, we go. Either here, or what are we doing? Or we're here. So the goal here is get your heart rate up. So if you are doing low impact, just really kind of get your knees up, even if it's slow. Let's really get a full punch. If I'm jogging, let's get full punches out, tight core, knees up. You got it. You can move around if you have a space. 10 seconds. It's kind of fun. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We're either coming back to the floor, to an elevated surface, or we're standing. We got knees. 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So I want you to make sure you do this in a plank. If we're down towards the floor or elevated. So arms below shoulders. Knee comes in, but without breaking the plank. No rounding through your back. You guys look good. Very nice. So anybody at home, flat back, tight core, slow and controlled. If you need to stand and do this, it's the same concept. We're not rounding our back, keeping our spine straight. You have 10 seconds, guys, 10 seconds. Good work. Finish this strong. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try not to get water. We'll get water when we're done. We're going to fire through one more round of this. Maybe a couple deep breaths. We're going that last dragon punch, and then that last, it's kind of mountain climber, kind of not. Last time through 30 seconds, we're jogging and go. So we're march for low, we're jogging punch for high. Whatever feels most appropriate for your joints. We're just trying to get your heart rate up. So even in a low impact, we're gonna punch all the way out. We're gonna get those knees moving. Doesn't have to be low intensity when it's low impact. If you're doing high, don't forget, tight core, but full punches. This is it. We are almost there. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Either hit the floor, hit the bench, or standing. Last set. Bringing those knees in and out. Wait till everyone gets down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So if I'm standing, to avoid pressure on my wrist, I'm going to take this slow. It's still a plank. If I'm elevated, it's still a plank. Just tapping my toe in and tapping my toe out. On the floor, most importantly, don't let your butt sneak up, don't let your hips sag, press down for your hands, right below your shoulders. 15 more seconds, stay with it. This is it, guys, we're done after this. So perfect tight core, plank position, no matter where your position is. We want to keep that back flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax. If you need a drink of water as we go down to the floor, grab it. If you got to jet because you got to get back to work, just give me a wave. Otherwise, let's stretch it out, y'all. Cool. So we're going into that figure 4 on your back. 1 foot over the opposite leg, and then we're going to draw that in and hold. So when we get into our stretching, immediately try to slow your breathing down. Inhale, exhale out, yeah. Just taking some time to bring that nervous system back down to a lower level. And hold. And then we're going to switch sides. We're going to cross that foot over the opposite knee. Draw it in and hold. Yeah, just punching that back flat into the mat. Yes. Breathe into those. Out through the mouth. Ah, yes. Good work. Awesome job today. Go ahead and roll yourself up to seated. Both legs come out in front. We're going to cross one foot over the opposite knee. Put that knee in. Twist to the top. And a seated twist. Yes, great work today. So that's our strength 3. Every Friday, we'll stick with the hinge power move. We'll stick with the single leg squats. We'll always do push-ups. But a lot of the other things I changed. Go ahead and switch sides. So it's not exactly the same, but some of the stuff we want to work on continuously, we still can. Monday looks like strength 1, and Wednesday looks like strength 2. So similarly, some of the main movements of those routines we will continue to do each time we meet, and some of them will change. Then come to standing. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I do circuits. Circuits get a little bit more higher heart rate. Clasp the hands in front, round out the upper back, drop the shoulders down. And I definitely incorporate the bands a little bit in the circuits, and I definitely incorporate a lot of body weight strength. I tell you this just so you know there is a formatting, and it shouldn't necessarily dictate, take the arms back, shoulders back, chin up, chest up. When you attend, I think attend whenever you can and desire to do so, but if you're looking for specific things related to like strength 1, 2, and 3, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've also done that at-home program for strength 1, 2, and 3 for those of you who are in the plus or the premium tier. Hands to the thighs, more slided. I skipped shoulders. Let's go shoulders. Y'all caught it. I love it. I'm looking at Jane and Holly. They're like, no, we do shoulders now. What are you doing? I love that you guys have this memorized too. I have been doing the same stretch sequence since I started teaching group exercise in 2008. And I have clients who've been with me years who will go through this whole routine because they did it with me for so long. But anyways, there is an at-home strength routine for some of the tiers of the virtual stuff for clients. If you ever want to do it on your own and you have a lot of equipment, it has videos with it. I am so sorry, Jane, that I screwed up this week's, but it's all fixed and next week's is already done, so it will be good. I hate when I do stuff like that, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. To finish, we're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale, blow it out through your mouth. And then we'll go one more. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, blow out. Give yourself a hand, a pat on the back, a high five, a sanitary high five for showing up.